Welcome to my channel. Come on in. I'm going to be giving you messages for the rest of March and into April of 2026. I cannot believe we're in mud season already. Kind of excited because what comes next is what everyone wants, spring. I don't like mud season. It's just so messy, but I'll take it because I'm over winter. That's for darn sure. Come on in, clear your mind, sit down, relax. All you have to do is listen, take what resonates with you in your life and situations, and leave the rest for somebody else watching. I can't possibly say every word out of my mouth to pertain to you, so just know that, okay? It's impossible. So just kind of go with it, right? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, Spirit Guides, Universe, Angels, Ancestors, possible friends of Cancers who may have passed over, the higher galactic being that might be overseeing this act of divination after all, and the highest ascended masters, please come in and help guide and give us messages for today. How come I can't say this? Does somebody not want me to say this? I don't think I've ever had a hard time before. You know, ascended masters, please come in today and help guide and give us messages for people's best and highest good in a way that we can all understand. Please and thank you. Wow, it was just every word out of my mouth was a tongue tie. I was just, that was weird how that happened. Anywho, I have cards out already. I need one more. There we go. Okay. So that was second. Move this. Past, present, salty, bitter, angry, petty. Somebody's being very petty. You know, mean girl energy. Bitter, salty, bitchy. Maybe somebody's bitchy. Okay. Oh, in your present, mutual respect, unity, and closeness. This is intimacy. Okay, that's nice. It's like a union with someone that's in your present. So I like that. Hold on. We have consequences. Wait, it goes that way. Consequences, bad choices, games, and or mixed signals. This is crowning you for a couple weeks anyway, but you should know when these cards play themselves out, right? There's consequences to everything. We're feeling close with someone, but maybe that someone is salty. I'm not sure how that's going to be with you yet, but we're going to find out, right? Something about today, good vibes now and being in the moment, right? All right, so this is your hope, fear, challenge, and homework is grounding and staying in the moment. Somebody needs to there's good vibes around you. I like it, but somebody needs to ground, I do feel, out of this somehow. And then we have harmony, balance, peace, and happiness. Hi, everybody, popping in and out. So that's good. Making peace out of a salty situation, maybe. We got this on this end and this on this, you know. That would be nice. Yeah. We're going to get a little deeper, and then we'll get into my tarot. I'm just looking for the bad protection. Salty, yeah. Somebody needs protection from somebody that's bitter. Salt is very, yeah. Put it in like a little pouch and carry it on your person. Right? That's why, you know, witches use salt in their circles for the protection. Well, you can do the same, just keeping it on your body, right? From these witches or whatever. I don't know. It just came out. So somebody's a witch. We're all witches, technically, when we come into it. So, you know, it's all how you look at it, too. Show me what I need to see. Whoops. Okay. Cancers, my fellow water signs, something about an apology. My hand's itchy right now. Mutual respect, unity, and closeness. Hi, Delene. I can't see. I'm so blind. It's awful. I'm like, huh? Show me what I can see. Hi. Delene. Okay. Hi, Delene. I've never heard of that name. That's kind of cool. Delene. I like it. Something about an apology in the present moment. Your daughter. Okay. Yeah. Wolf in sheep's clothing. Consequences. This is crowning you. Cancer. Hello. Hi, everybody popping in and out. So somebody's a wolf in sheep's clothing. Great, right? Bad choices, mixed signals, and games. Something about that. Coming forth with an apology, or it's about an apology from this union. Scorned. Ooh, somebody was scorned. Ooh, they were crushed, hurt. Wow. This is the hope, fear, challenge, and homework. I don't like this because I've been scorned. And that's one of the hardest things to get over, right? And something about staying in the moment. Something about today, being in good vibes. Whoops, I just messed up my whole table. Sorry, peeps. That wolf in sheep's clothing, yeah, more than likely wearing a mask, right? Old books, harmony, peace, balance, and happiness. Something about old knowledge, old books. Maybe you're going to be finding a book or finding knowledge in an old book. I don't know how that's going to resonate yet, but hopefully we find out, right? That's the point, Jack. Come on in. Hi, everybody. I'm going to use my regular Rider-Waite deck, one of his hundreds of decks. The High Priestess. There you are, Cancer. I like it. This is a Pisces card, but whatever, however, the High Priestess, the one that knows somebody's salty and somebody is asking for protection, right? You can put salt in a pouch. Maybe sprinkle it in the path before somebody walks. Oh boy, 10 of Wands. Somebody's breaking ancestral curses here. Things have been rather heavy lately. However, the feeling, the weight, the burdens, you know, the oppression, something about that. Somebody's suppressing an apology, maybe. But this is technically about burdens, the wolf in sheep's clothing kind of thing. Yeah, that wolf in sheep's clothing, very weak. They don't have any courage. That's more than likely somebody's in a mask that makes me think covert, which makes me think narcissist. So we'll see. Yeah, 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment, scorned, something about in the moment, hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Somebody wanted somebody scorned, right? There's that. That's sad. But I think ultimately it's wish fulfillment about that person that's scorned. You know, most of us normal people, if there is such thing as normal, don't really want people scorned. So you know where I'm going with that, right? 5 of Swords down. It is a mental illness. It's more than likely a personality disorder, right? Something about old knowledge or old books. So keep that in the back of your minds in the next couple weeks. It's about coming into balance. Maybe we're going to find an old book about a meditation thing, or find an old book about some kind of ancient knowledge that we need to, or we should know, you know, or whatever that is. But we can't attack this person anymore. We can't abuse them or bully them, kind of thing. And that's what it's about. It's about healing from it, right? Those kind of vibes. I feel like somebody was being abused here. Show me what I need to see. Cancer. Page of Swords down. Yeah, these people are just petty. Things are coming to a stop, however. Maybe within this union. The heaviness, somebody owes an apology or something. Page of Swords down to me tells me that the pettiness and the bullshit, right? The High Priestess looks right through it, right? Kind of like, no worries. I don't know how to put this so you can still see it, but, and then here, it's all in one row, right? So, absolutely, if you need to use some salt, yeah, you can use regular iodized or sea salt. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I think it's cheaper with the iodized, right? The stuff that's not so good to put in your food. Sea salt, you can eat as much of it as you want. Anywho, it's coming to a stop. Somebody might have some car issues going on here as well. We got Judgment right in the middle. Judgment is calling. Look at the horns sounding. Oh, yeah. This is about waking up. It's about awakenings. Okay. And it's also, I feel like it's a very judgy situation because it's like serious. Somebody's in judgment. Somebody's in good judgment here, right? There's consequences to everything. Somebody's playing wolf in sheep's clothing. So I do feel the narcissistic energies coming in, giving mixed signals. You just want to put it to a stop, right? Somebody was scorned here. It's not a joke. You want to get, out of the heavy storms. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Staying in the moment is very important, and I feel like maybe on all sides here as well. Hi there. Child support helps. Yeah, you think? I know, right? Some people are just so arrogant in this world and so cruel. It's just, and bitter and petty. It's disgusting. It's like, why? Why? Did I just drop my charm? My labradorite? I did. I dropped it. I'll get it in a minute. Yeah, there's no drive here. Hold on, I gotta look at this. Okay, old books. Yeah, there's no drive, no new beginning here. We know this, I feel. I feel like we know there's no new beginning there. But coming into the beast, the beast, the peace and balance of it all, right? Yeah, staying, and maybe that is almost like a mentoring thing, trying to, maybe wise guide someone about grounding as well. I don't know if there is good vibes around you. I like it. I like it. Show me. I need a bunch. They're being particular. Sometimes they all come out at once. Sometimes they give me one at a time. Like this. Yeah, it's publicly acknowledged here. There could be a community involved somehow, or a coven, or a cult with the Six of Wands. Somebody's asking for protection from this petty, bitter narcissist, or what? They've caused a lot of pain, drew a lot of blood. They wanted this person in ruin, rock bottom. It was overkill, whatever it was. I do feel like it's getting old. It's coming to an end with the heavy burdens, right? Or something. That's what it's about. Okay, Page of Wands down. Eight of Wands. Communication that we really not always want to hear, so that we don't want to hear communication from the narcissist, but maybe we have to deal with it because of the kids, right? Or something. I have an extra card here I'll take. Five of Pentacles down with the Ten of Cups down. Yeah, somebody's in big regret. They need to let that go. That's not good. Some people could be, you know, embarrassed or why. It depends on everybody's situation. It's caused an unhappy family unit here. You know, we need to get people back in harmony and balance. And, you know, this is whoever this is, certainly not. Obviously. Seven of Wands. Yeah. Somebody's not giving up the fight. Somebody's got the advantage here. They really do. I feel like some people may not feel it, but they do, right? They have the advantage. Whoops, I just dropped a card. Of course I did. Of course I did. All right, so I'm going to give you another deck here. We'll use my Wild Unknown Tarot. Show me what I need to see. Yeah, this is, could be a couple kids involved or one, but I have 2 pages out here. So, you know, technically the narcissist is an overgrown child. So there's that, you know. Eight of Wands down. All right. Asking for protection. Things coming to a quick halt. Yeah. We're not probably talking to this person, right? The High Priestess knows exactly who I'm talking about. Cancer. I know it's a Pisces card. Maybe it is, maybe, you know, that could be. Flip and flop, man. Whatever. Pisces could be cross-watching. They could be involved. Doesn't matter. Right here, I feel like the point is somebody's asking for protection from this blood drawn and this scorned kind of energy. You know, I feel like we need to heal these people, this person or these people. You know, that's what I'm all about. Yeah. Hey. Depends on the execution. Yeah. The advantage depends on the execution. That's funny you say that. Empress down. Mother of Wands down. Yeah. Somebody's a dark witch or a warlock. Not of the light. That's for damn sure. Somebody could be missing their kids. Possibly somebody could be in poverty or in a lot of lack. It could be, you know, lack-minded as well. Like that's been coming to me lately. But the burdens, you know, the apologies, whatever that is. And then we have intimacy, mutual respect, unity, and closeness, right? Maybe this isn't necessarily like your significant other. Maybe it's like a lover's card and it could represent, you know, a relationship of any kind, right? The Mother of Wands down is that dark, no action here, not going to boss up kind of energy. Wolf in sheep's clothing, yeah, right here. Weak AF, because narcissists are. See, they're really fragile. You got to give them a Band-Aid, you know. You got to give them a Band-Aid for all the shit that they put out. Yeah. There's that middle finger. Yeah, hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Scorned. They don't want it to end because that's narcissists. That's the Jezebel thing. It doesn't end, unfortunately, ever, if they're really earthbound, right? But to make that closure is the wish fulfillment, you know? Staying in the moment. Show me, I need a bunch of cards. Hold on. I know it's the 9. Yeah, 9 of Cups. Ding, 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 ding. We just had the other one right there. Yeah, wish fulfillment here, I think, would be that it just ends, it stops, there's no more abuse, we're calling harmony and peace, judgment You know, we're coming into a lot of knowledge as this is happening. So there's lessons. There was a point. These people or person has to learn this for whatever reason. That's you know, kind of what I'm getting out of the world too. You know, but closing those doors, they're going to try and procrastinate. Of course they are. You know, of course they are. Jezebel, the little bitch. She is too, and I don't care if she's in a man's body or a woman's body. She's a little bitch. Earthbound. Hello. 3 points for you. I'm good. How are you? Happiness hater. Yeah. Very, very imbalanced in their emotions, meaning like they really don't know, this person possibly doesn't really know how to work through their own hate and just emotions in general, you know. But they are a happiness hater. They're very hateful, possibly, you know. Page of Swords down, you know, trying to stop some sort of communication or spying as well. Maybe somebody's been watching somebody, and some of you may know it and you hate it. And if not, then it's still the other analogy. But asking for protection all the way around of however this is hitting home for you. You know, the Empress down is very sad and, you know, very without. It's not a good, you know. Putting a stop to it, however, in the present, which is cool. Somebody just wants to free themselves. I don't blame them. You know, it is about freeing themselves. Somebody wants to give up the fight and stop. I don't blame them, but they got, you know, you wake up every day and you have good days, you have bad days. You just keep going, whoever this is. Somebody is very petty and the other person is very scorned. Wow. Show me. I need a bunch of cards, please. Take a couple more. Three of Swords down. Ace of Wands down. Ding, 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 ding. Mother of Cups down. Mother of Pentacles. Yeah, this pain happened a while ago. They're under judgment. It could be court cases. Somebody was way wound tight. Really tight. Jezebel. Yeah, it was painful. There could be 3 people involved in this situation. You know, if we're fighting over kids, you know, that's, yeah, it would make sense if that's what it is. Ace of Wands down with the 6 of Wands, getting out of troubled waters, but not really having a drive. Somebody was seriously hurt and wounded and scorned. They need to heal from this. That Jezebel is an evil, wicked little bitch. And, you know, the amount of hurt and suffering that they cause, it's just unbelievable. You know, I get it. Mother of Cups down, Ace of Wands down again. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, very blocked. They don't like this they not, you know, maybe they're not against certain spiritualities or faiths or religions. However that is, possibly. On the other hand, it is about, you know, they just don't like this sweetheart vibe, male or female. They just don't. They hate this person. They do not want them to go forth, you know. But it's like, you know, you just keep on keeping on. Old books, old knowledge right above it. Something about that. Mother of Pentacles, 6 of Wands. Yeah, Mother of Pentacles. Look how lovey-dovey with the young, you know. I like this protection. Maybe this Queen of Pentacles is offering some protection. It's publicly acknowledged, or there is a coven or cult or whatever. There's a group of people. I don't know. People are watching, or they want to know or something. I don't know. That's weird how that comes through. But maybe they just want to know how things are going. But okay. This Mother of Pentacles here, however, I don't feel can tolerate this Father of Cups down whatsoever. Isn't even talking to them, won't talk to them, won't bother, won't waste their energy, maybe. Good. Good. All this blood that's drawn, what the F? All right, we got 4 wands and 10 of wands again. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. It is about the family. There is good news, however, coming in for you. I like it. These storms are heavy, however. They're heavy. The breaking these chains, it is not for the weak. Let's put it that way. Maybe this person's chosen. See, when we are a chosen one, they seem to go through the most difficult of times. As hard as that is to believe, because everybody goes through it on this planet. But the chosen were chosen, so they go through, so that could be a thing for somebody here. Somebody could be having, these spiritual awakenings kind of thing. And congratulations if you do. Wolf in sheep's clothing. Sit down. You ain't going far. 2 more, please. Thank you. 2 of Pentacles down and a 2 of Cups. Everything I say, yeah, Father of Wands down. Ding, 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 ding. Right? Where is it? It's got to be here. Father of Cups down. I know I had it. I have Mother of Wands down. Maybe that's what I was feeling. All right. Well, whatever. Black Witch, Black Warlock, whatever the fuck. They're not bossing up. They're not going to, right? You could be questioning the morals and ethics in that Father of Wands reversed. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Kind of thing. All right. We got a lot of kings and queens on the table here, so I'm not really sure where are you in the story is how it's going to be. I'm going to switch over to my familiar deck. We're going to do this again. The King of Pentacles. We have the Mother, which is the Queen, King and Queen. Yeah. There's some security here and some protection, right? Somebody may have some coin, right? This couple may have a little coin. Nice. But, the High Priestess, I don't feel like they're talking with this person. Maybe they just know of this person or whatever. High Priestess knows, and old books and knowledge over here. So somebody could be coming into their gifts as well, right? But they could be coming into the old knowledge. It has to be. I just keep getting that. Okay, so show me. Oh boy. They're like, here, is this enough for you? All right, we got 8 of Wands, the Hanged Man, 9 of Swords reversed, the World reversed, 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles reversed, dead center in the reading, 9 of Cups reversed. Damn. All right, so there is some sort of communication and apology coming in of some form, or that's what it's about. with this unit here, this couple, this whoever that is, right? Your friend, you know, I feel like we're waiting on something, right? TikTok, the hanged man. We've been waiting and waiting and waiting. Does it feel like forever? Wolf in sheep's clothing. Yeah, because they keep procrastinating, right? There's consequences, bad choices, games, mixed signals. This dark witch is weak. So outlasting them is the secret. Kind of like high priestess. Got it. You know, that willpower. Pull it out of you. How strong is your willpower, right? 9 of Swords down. It's about healing and clarity and feeling better from these mental illnesses and disorders and being scorned. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Stay in the moment, stay grounded, right? It's you know, harmony. I told you they're going to put it off as long as they can. You know, there's no closure here. See, they don't want it. The wish fulfillment. See, it's right there. Old books, same old story. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Same old fucking story. Excuse my German. 9 of Pentacles. Somebody could be on their own, very independent, right? Very independent. This is also about abundance. They need protection in a big way. Something they're looking that somebody is so petty. They have hurt them and scorned them, and they just, you know, Jezebel, man, it's not going to end. Putting no reciprocation, no gifts, no talk, no nothing. That's how you get rid of it. But sometimes when it is an ex or whatever, and you have kids involved, you have to. So I don't know how that's going to be, but it's coming to an end. That's what it's about. It is not wish fulfillment dealing with this, but judgment is here. And, you know, the Most High sees everything. So, you know, that Elizabeth Taylor quote I bring up every so often in my readings. I love it. You know, you get up, you put your lipstick on, and you pour yourself a drink, and you just do it again. And that's a very empowering thing. You know, you have good days, you have bad days, but one foot in front of the other, baby. You know? And I'm not saying to go and have a cocktail, obviously. Please don't be so petty to assume that, but it is the metaphorical point of it. You know? Show me, I need a bunch. Knave of Pentacles down. Not putting into this. Somebody's scorned. High Priestess down. Yeah, they absolutely hate this person. Whoops. But this person is the High Priestess. They will not recognize it. They're not going to. Right? Same old song and dance. Bullshit. Show me. I'm so sick of these energies in our readings, people. I'm as sick of it as you are. To be quite honest, I want to talk about something else. You know? But these are the times. It's in everybody's readings. It doesn't matter, you know, who you are out of the 12 zodiac. It's you know, it's draining. You know? People need to get away from this shit. I don't know, man. The Chariot down again. Ding, 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 ding. 6 of Swords down. Didn't we have it upright? Yes. Ding, 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 ding. So we have that. There's a lot of synchronicities. You always do, but there's a lot of cards on the table. Yeah. Coming to a complete stop, asking for protection. You know, somebody needs to do something. Somebody, you know, dealing with the storms, dealing with the heartache, the hardships, I feel incredibly burdensome. You know, and that's their job. There's no rest. for Jezebel. Jezebel has been on this planet before humanity. Okay? So she's getting real good at conniving and gaslighting and scapegoating. And, you know, 3 more. We can move on. Four of Swords down. No rest for the wicked. Thank you, Spirit, for validating. I hate to say it, but yeah, there you go. Ding, 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 ding. Dealing with the fucking storms, these bitches. 3 of Swords down. Yeah, getting over it, healing from it, from the heartache, scorned, right over this. Stay in the moment. Do what you need to do. These are very reckless energies. You know, you definitely love this person. This is about a union or a reunion, right? Not dealing with the bullshit energies, but then, you know, having good relationships on this end, right? Show me. All right. The moon down, exposure. It's coming out. People know it. The same old story. I feel like it's coming out. It's happening. It may be, you know, not quite ending right away yet, being the same old story. But I feel like, you know, well, yeah, it's about to change. It's about divine timing. Thank you. You were so on it with me, Spirit. It is divinely timed. It's about change. It's turning in your favor, right? Some things, if they happen, it's for a reason. You know, if it's something that we didn't expect, it's for a reason. So it's still divinely timed, right? Still divinely timed. You're very welcome, hon. I'm going to give you a Hidden Realms Oracle. These do take reversals in this deck. Show me what I need to see for Cancer. The Lady of the Gift. Well, I would say that's the High Priestess, eh? Number 20, 2 10s there. Generosity, receiving, and withholding. That's a beautiful card there. I hope you can see it. I can't tell if you see the colors and everything that I do, but I hope you do. Number 20. Don't forget to flip and flop your energies and genders should you need to. The Lady of the Gift brings a message of tithing. To be your ally, she requires you to look at the nature and method of you giving to others. The world is your church, and you only need to distribute 10% of your wealth to others to ensure that the flow continues. Yet this doesn't necessarily mean giving money away, nor does it imply a direct action of charity, even though the tradition of tithing is material. In fact, the kind of tithing the lady asks of you isn't tangible or material at all. She's asking you to look at all the human beings as important in the divine scheme of things and show others that you believe in them. Pay attention to how you treat people and be mindful of your perception, even of seemingly poor strangers. If you see others as successful and abundant and act as if you believe that they have value, blessings all around are assured. Your belief in others has greater value than you could even fathom. This alone guarantees your success for long term. Remember that you can only keep what you're willing to give. That's nice. Tithing. All right, I'm going to give you a familiar card. Good joke. The Hedgehog and Disguise. Yeah, you think? They're hidden all right, these coverts, but you can flip and flop, and I feel like maybe this might be the other person, not the anywho, whatever. You know what I mean. Tucked away in a log or beneath a bush, I do my best to keep out of sight and out of mind, blending in with my surroundings as I become part of the forest floor, the garden border, the pile of leaves. You too might want to consider laying low for a time or assuming quite a different persona to avoid harm and strife. There are times for banging a drum and shouting your cause, for declaring who you are and what you believe in as boldly as you dare. But now isn't one of those times. Take that approach and you will draw all the wrong attention. I have one natural predator, and when it comes to my well being and survival, I would not parade before a badger, but rather disguise my presence. You should do the same before those who would thwart your efforts or even seek to bring you down take their chance. Time for reflection, solitude, and rest beckons. Prepare well in your sanctuary. Your chance to prove them wrong will come. It's just not today. All right. And there's a side note. This is not your fight. Keep out of it. Allow a person the space they now need and resist the temptation to help them. They will ask when ready. Your garden needs tending, so look at natural pest control. Yeah, get rid of the good bugs and keep the good ones, get rid of the bad ones, right? Careful how you approach a delicate matter between family or friends. Someone is feeling very prickly. I'm feeling bitchy. Somebody feeling a little bitchy, salty, dealing with this hard, and when you're trying to heal through this shit, I get it because I've been there, you get short with people because it's just it's like people are tired of suffering and struggling. And that's exactly what this is, and as a whole on the planet, everyone is. So I get it, I'll give you one of these here, or a few of these. What are we on? All right, show me. I need a bunch. There's a bunch. Definitely take the ones up and the one on the bottom. All right, that's good. Wow, okie doke. First one out. 9 of hearts, 3 of hearts, 3 of spades, 9 of spades, Queen of clubs, 2 of hearts. It's all about that sweetheart that they hate, whoever that person is. Look, her eyes are getting black from crying. It's tiring. It's exhausting. All right. There is a symbol of riches through inheritance by trade. Somehow, I like that. The sun is here. There is exposure, but it's about popularity. It's about growth, expansion. You know how it is in my readings. It's Trump, The pig is phenomenal luck here after heartbreak and hardships. So that's really cool to have show up after all of this, right? There is some rugged health here that somebody needs to address somehow, some way, right? Maybe this person is starting to show that they're tired, but there is something fun to celebrate, see? And I did have that 4 of wands here. So are we thinking of a union, like literally, with this 2 of cups, a reunion with someone you really care about? Okay, I'm going to give you an eternal crystal. You might want to carry a piece of this in your pocket or whatever on your person in the next couple weeks. It'll help with the protection. It will help with carrying salt. You can carry several crystals and what at the same time. should you choose. Unikite. Unikite. Number 42, for those who care. Live in the present. Yes. Ding, 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 ding. Okay. Don't forget to flip and flop should you need to. It's all about your heart chakra. Do you spend too much time focusing on what has happened in the past? Are you constantly trying to plan for the future? Have you noticed that you haven't had much time to enjoy and live in the present? That is so Cancer that I know, huh, Paula? Unikite has appeared to encourage you to be fully present. It is time for you to enjoy what is all around you. Be grateful for the experiences that you have been through that have made you the person that you are today. Begin to honor who you are and cherish the loved ones and friends around you. Make the most of each opportunity that comes your way. There's nothing wrong with planning for the future. Just try not to become so focused on the future that you forget to live in the present. Unikite helps you to live in the now. It is the balancing and grounding crystal which is associated with your heart chakra. Try to focus on the things and people that bring you the most fulfillment or happiness at the moment. Spend time doing things that you love and that re-energize you. Connect with your loved ones and do something fun together. I like that for you. Sitting on my hair. That sounds fun. All right, I'm going to give you another one. And we will close this out. Grandma, what do we got? What do we got for my collective Cancer? My Grandma Josie. What do you got for us, Grandma? Okay. Marriage, Officer, and the Hierophant. It's about divorce. Period. That's what I feel. Yeah. Wow. There's a lot here. This person, you can amp up your protection. Don't be afraid to, hey, Alexa, hey, Google, what are some spiritual forms of protection? And just, find your way through. This wolf in sheep's clothing, it's just a matter of time. And I mean that. Wait, where is it? Right here. It's just a matter of time. Divine time. Be cool, be kind, be patient, and just be a good human. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll be back in a couple weeks with your next messages. Ciao.